I want to share with you Kim's transformation story because she probably had a lot of the same struggles that you have right now if you're trying to lose weight and get in shape. I'm going to share with you what she did to get results and what you can do to get similar results. Plus, I'm going to share with you the one big secret that's often overlooked when it comes to fat loss. When I first met Kim, she was very frustrated with her weight loss or lack of it. She had been working on it for over a year and trying everything from diets to cardio, and nothing seemed to work. And this is what she told me.
I've tried everything. Diets, cardio. How can I lose fat without starving myself or doing hours more of cardio?
Kim had been going to a small gym. It had cardio machines, it had classes, it had a weight training circuit, but it was comfortable for her and she enjoyed going there, and she had been working really hard in the step classes and the cardio, but still not seeing anything change on her body. Now, I had just bought that particular gym and I was really shocked by what I saw. Nobody was using the strength training equipment, and everyone seemed to be struggling with weight loss, and nobody seemed to really understand how to do that in a healthy way. And they definitely didn't understand what weight training could do for their body. In fact, I fielded so many fitness questions that I started a podcast so that I could answer those questions, figuring that other people probably had them too. And a lot of it centered around losing weight and not wanting to lift weights because not wanting to get bulky muscles. So I saw Kim's determination and I knew I could help her with my Fitness Makeover program. I just wanted her to stay consistent like she had been and follow a few simple steps. Now, Kim's transformation wasn't just about changing her body. It was about changing the way she thought about dieting and thought about getting in shape. It was about prioritizing weight training and balanced, healthy nutrition. Now I'm going to get into exactly what Kim did as far as her exercise program, her nutrition, and her cardio. But first I want to let you know that because of this transformation, Kim became an instructor. And she started teaching others about these principles and teaching classes at the gym. And that was actually about 20 years ago. And I recently ran into her, and you know what? She looks great. She's still teaching classes. And that's all from the power of strength training. Give Kim a thumbs up by liking this video and subscribe, because I'm going to have more client success stories so that you can see how real people can get real results. Now let's focus on what worked for Kim and what you can do to get similar results. Now, if you're wondering why cutting calories and doing lots of cardio didn't work for her, then watch these previous two videos. I'll put a link in the description for you to get a deep dive on those topics. Now, Kim's transformation wasn't overnight, and it wasn't just about one particular thing. It was a combination of a healthy eating program, a healthy exercise program, and just shifting her mindset. So first, we focused on consistent weight training, using key exercises to work the larger body parts to help not only her body change, but to boost her metabolism so that it would all work together and she'd get her results faster. So by targeting the right muscles with the most effective exercises, you can really accelerate the fat loss and helping that body create that lean tissue that burns calories all day long. So first, let's go through the exercises she did, and then we'll go through the details of how she did them that made the difference. Now, we only had a circuit of about 15 machines, and of them, I picked 5 for her. I wanted to make sure it was a short program so that she could really focus on what she was doing and not have to spend a lot of extra time, because she had a full-time job and she had a life outside the gym too. So the first machine we started with was the leg press, and that's working everything from almost the neck down, working on the abdominals, the quads, the glutes, the hamstrings, and it kind of functions as a great warm-up too. So in all these exercises, her goal was to do a warm-up set and then to do 1 or 2 working sets, and those are the ones where you're really challenging yourself. And we'll get into that in a second as far as the reps and the weights and stuff like that. But let's continue on with the exercises that she was doing. So after the leg press exercise, she would move next to the lying leg curl. Now, that's a hamstring exercise, and a lot of people find it really challenging because they're weak in the hamstrings, and weak hamstrings can actually give you knee problems, hip problems, and lower back problems. The other problem with the hamstrings is that they're on the back of the body. Nobody really pays attention to them, but they are very important, not just for your overall health, but for your metabolism too. After the leg curl, we moved on to the upper body. We started with the front pull down, working on the back and mainly the upper back, but you're also working the abdominals, the biceps, and the shoulders at the same time. Then we moved on to the seated row to get more of the back. Now your back is your second largest muscle group, so that's why you're going to have two exercises for it. It's complex, just like your legs. So on the seated row, we chose a grip where the hands were facing each other. So we call it a narrow parallel grip. And with that, we focused on her not pulling from the arms, but by using the muscles in the back. And that's so key to the metabolism and to your posture. If your back muscles are strong, your posture is going to be better. Your whole body is going to work better too. So after the back training, we moved to the last exercise, which was the chest press. Now with the chest press, you're still getting a little bit of shoulders and triceps, but again, it's a larger body part, not as big as the back and the legs, which is why it's only got one exercise that we did for it. Now that was it. Didn't do any inner outer thigh, no arms, no shoulders directly, nothing like that. Just those 5 exercises. And the key is in how she did them. So besides the sets, the goal was to get 8 to 10 reps. And what she had been doing in the past, if she even touched a weight, was very high repetitions. 15 to 20, which is not going to change that muscle and not going to impact the metabolism. So we backed those down to 8 to 10. And within that 8 to 10, she used progressive overload. Yet another secret that is often forgotten about when it comes to training and impacting your body. Progressive overload is just a fancy way to say increase the weight. So basically, if she got to 10 repetitions on a set, then she had to increase the weight on the next set. Now that next set might have been the next one she was doing that day, or it might be the next set to do next week if she was already done with that exercise. But either way, she consistently increased the weight. Sometimes it was a full plate, which in this case it was 10 pounds, or it was a half plate, which was 5 pounds. So then once she's increased the weight, she would try to get 8 repetitions. And if she got close, like 7 repetitions, she stayed with that weight and kept working on it until she could do 10. And at that point, she should be able to go up again. Now, on the other hand, if she couldn't get to even 6 repetitions, then she wasn't ready for that weight yet, and she went back to doing 10. So that progressive overload is the most important part about changing your body, because if you don't challenge your muscles, they're not going to change. And a lot of times people go through the motions, they don't challenge themselves, they don't know when to change the weight. So by having those parameters set, Kim knew exactly what she needed to do with each set, and that helped her get the most out of each set, which made it that much more effective. Now, talking about the bulky muscle myth from using progressive overload or strength training or both. So look at Kim. Does she look bulky? No, she looks tight. She looks toned. And that's the power of weight training and challenging yourself, pushing it, not doing a million repetitions and lightweight. It's not going to do anything for the body. So when it came to cardio, Kim loved her step classes, so we didn't take that away. I just cut it back from 6 classes a week to 3. So I also talked to her about nutrition because that's key in getting the fastest results and really optimizing your body and your metabolism. So we focused on balanced meals and we used the multi-meal structure, which I did a video on. You find a link in the description. And the key was trying to get her to realize that eating is fuel for fat loss. Eating meals on a regular schedule helps your body release fat. So it was definitely a different mindset for her after cutting calories for so long, but it worked. And on top of that, it helped her avoid cravings and she felt full and satisfied. So the main focus was to stop that diet mentality and to think of meals as fuel for fat loss. We also worked on her mindset of judging her progress by the scale. So she promised to not step on the scale, and we did her measurements instead. It's your measurements that should be dropping. The scale will drop eventually, but it's not going to drop in the beginning, and that's where some people get discouraged and end up blowing everything. Using the mindset to say, I'm not using the scale, I'm going by the measurements, she was able to see her progress, and each week inches dropped and dropped and dropped. And that kept her excited about working out and excited about her program that was getting her the results that she wanted. So that's a quick overview of Kim's success story and what she did. And it wasn't about cutting calories or doing tons of cardio. And in fact, she actually ate more and exercised less. So by using strength training and progressive overload and combining it with nutrition and a new mindset, Kim was able to completely change her body. And as a matter of fact, so did many more of the members at my club by following the Fitness Makeover program. So if you're looking to transform your body like Kim did, check out my 28-day fitness makeover. There is a link in the description. So make sure you subscribe to the channel because we'll have more success stories coming up with real people like you getting real results.
If you found all 5 fat loss secrets, let me know in the comments below. Hamstring training, back training, progressive overload, challenge your muscles, and eat on a schedule.
Check out this video next. Check out this video next.